I'm Richie Kotzen, and welcome to the Young Guitar Issue, where I will talk about the new record I just finished working on by the Winerydogs. And the record is called Hot Streak, and I'm going to tell you what to expect from this upcoming release. So as you probably know, Billy Sheehan, Mike Portnoy, and myself started a band a few years ago called the Winerydogs. It is a power trio, which is a format that I'm very comfortable playing in. Most of my musical endeavors have been in that format as it relates to playing live. And I'm very excited because we just finished our second record. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the writing process. Basically, what we did was got together in the studio at my house and just jammed for like 5 days. And we would kind of start out with maybe a drum beat, or Billy would come in with a bass line, or I'd play a chord progression. And we would develop the songs musically into sections. So you'd have your intro, verse, chorus, maybe a bridge, a solo section. And we kind of sketched out some rough skeletons, which would later become songs. We ended up with 15 or 16 of these rough skeletons, and I took a few months to kind of live with them and get away from them for a while, and then came back and had some ideas for lyrics and melodies. So at that point, took these skeletons and turned them into actual compositions that you folks can listen to and sing along with. The key is, for someone that doesn't do this kind of thing instinctively, is, connecting with the instrument in your voice. So, I'm not really thinking about the guitar when I do that. I'm thinking about what I'm singing. And my hands somehow instinctively are able to go to the notes. Now I can break down what the notes are. And it sounds kind of dull, and uninteresting, lacking personality. The things that give it the personality, it's obviously the instinct of how you hear and feel it. But to break that down in a way that someone that's new to this might understand, is there are things that are happening. There are accents, there are rests, there's space, and there's actual notes that aren't even totally played, but more insinuated. So if you hear me do it with the voice, I'll do it one more time. I wanted to play a D, and I played a D, but rather than just go and play normally, I went behind it, and I pre-bent the note, and then bent down before I went to the next note that I wanted to play. So I did it twice in a row. So I did it here with the D. Times there. I tend to, if I can find a note that I can allow to ring and move above that, I do that a lot. And that's something that's kind of interesting because a lot of times when people come to my shows, be it with my solo band or even with the Winery-Dogs, you hear people say, "Oh, you guys are a trio," which sounds really big. Well, there's a couple tricks to that as a guitar player, if you're accustomed to playing in a trio. And that is, if you have some strings that you can let ring while you're still able to play around them, you have more tonal content happening. And it can almost sound like there is another player, even if it's a note or two. But anyway, you can hear the difference when you can add some of those pedal tones, so to speak, underneath your improv and your soloing. Even the low strings will work if you're in E.